What would happen if right to work ever came to Illinois?
Well, the good news now is we don't have to worry about it, right? But what you see in right to work states typically is wages go down, workplace accidents go up, people are less safe at work, more deaths on the job, social services go down, the tax base goes down, and everything just kind of everything goes down. So that's what you see in the right to work states when it happens.
What would be at stake, or what would be the impact if the Workers' Rights Amendment were to fail?
Well, we don't think it's going to fail. We think it's passed. We think it's good. The numbers all back that up, that it's passed. I mean, I think you're going to see some things come out over the next few days, and it has prevailed. But I don't know that we even need to.
But coming into this campaign,
sure.
You had to be looking at people and saying, we have a message. Our message to get people out to say, this is what is at stake. What was that message?
Well, what's at stake is that a politician or a special interest group, or what you see in some of our surrounding states, people can't come in and take your rights away. That's what it really boils down to. Is the Workers' Rights Amendment protects your rights at work, protects everybody's rights at work, protects your neighbors, protects yourself. It just ensures that the rights you have today, you're always going to have, and nobody can come in and take those rights away from you.
And that's the protection, so to speak, that the Illinois Policy Institute and others really beat up.
Right.
They came in and said, it's going to raise your property taxes.
Right.
It's going to, and they were suggesting that years from now, local government contracts might become more expensive because wages would keep rising and unions would keep bargaining for higher wages. What do you think? Is there some truth to that, or how would you respond to those characterizations?
There's absolutely no truth to that. That's a complete mischaracterization of what the act, what the amendment will do and what it does. It simply protects and enshrines the rights we all have today. It doesn't add anything. It doesn't give anybody any special treatment. It simply says a special interest group can't come in. Some crazy wackadoo politician, somebody like we hate to say his name, but a Bruce Rauner can't come in and try to take your rights away.
It's interesting, looking at the map, some messages sell better than messengers.
Yeah, that's true.
The Workers' Rights Amendment outperformed J.B. Pritzker and Tammy Duckworth.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I think you saw it a few years ago here in Missouri when right to work was on the ballot. When it was actually, they repealed right to work over here in Missouri, that for some reason voters are not matching up policy with candidates. Because the policy is very popular, that people believe in their rights at work.
Now, I'm not going to ask you to write the playbook to victory for Republicans, but they're reeling in Illinois right now. They just lost. They got their butts kicked across the board. And if they're back to the drawing board looking at a way to rebuild the party, was this a signal? Was this a roadmap to how you can connect with voters in a popular way?
I think what we see from the Republican Party in Illinois, just up and down the state, is that they're in a little bit of disarray. Downstate, they run much stronger than they do in the Chicagoland area, of course. But how do you connect with voters and how do you connect with workers? I think is to not try to take away their rights, is to make sure that they have those rights at work, make sure that workers are protected. And frankly, this did not just get passed by Democrats. This was a bipartisan effort to ensure that we enshrine collective bargaining in the state of Illinois.
Great. Anything else you want to add about your degree of confidence in the victory, in the outcome?
Yeah, 100% confident in the victory and the outcome. I think it's just, at this point, just math. I know people get a little confused in the 60% or 50% plus one of those voting. It's well exceeding that 50% plus one. It's going to pass. It may even get to 60%. So it's passed. It's going to be enshrined in law.